Hi, I'm Davide from Italy.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
The very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
Playing cards.
Right now, you're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking.
We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on. This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Trump and Zelensky, an unprecedented clash. A meeting that was supposed to strengthen relations between the United States and Ukraine, but instead turned into a diplomatic disaster. On February 28, 2025, at the White House, faced off in a conversation that became brutally heated. No agreements, no joint statements, just harsh words and an atmosphere of hostility rarely seen between allies. Trump accused Zelensky of playing with World War III, implying that Ukraine was dragging the US into an endless conflict. Zelensky, standing firm, shot back. Russia cannot be trusted. We need real security guarantees. And the real question is, what does it mean? Is this just a tense moment, or is the sign of a radical shift in the global order? If the US stepping back, who will step up to fill the void? This moment perfectly fits into offensive realism, the theory developed by John Marshmeyer, which explained that great powers are never satisfied with the level of security and constantly seek to straighten their position. The world is not built for stability. It thrives on competition. There are no friends in global politics, only interests. And right now, US is breaking its own pattern. Trump is pulling back from global commitment, seeing support of Ukraine as a burden. But here is the critical point. When a superpower retreats, others rush into to fill the space left behind. European countries are beginning to realize they can no longer rely on the American security umbrella. Macron has been pushing years for an independent European army. Germany is reconsidering its military policies. European Union is strategizing ways to free itself from dependencies on US energy and defense. And most crucially, China and Russia are watching closely. If the US loses its grip, Beijing and Moscow are ready to step in, straightening alliance, entering in the market left uncovered, expanding the influence into areas that once belonged to American dominance. This wouldn't be the first time a diplomatic clash ignited a chain reaction that reshaped the world order. In 1971, in Vienna, US President John Fitzgerald Kennedy and Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev met in what became one of the tensest moments in the Cold War, but not on camera. Khrushchev openly threatened to cut off Western access to Western Berlin. A young and not experienced Kennedy tried to push back, but Khrushchev stood his ground, unshaken. After the meeting, Kennedy admitted, "It was the worst experience of my life." And the result? 2 months later, the Berlin Wall began to rise. The Cold War entered a new phase, and instead of stepping back, US doubled down its presence in Europe, reinforcing NATO and cementing its global leadership. Is this the beginning of a new world order? Is American leadership in decline? Or is Washington simply adopting a new selective strategy for global influence? One thing is certain, this isn't just a dispute between two leaders. It's a signal that the world is shifting and the rules of power are being rewritten.